Big slate Saturday. There's so much to choose from. So if you're hung up on a game, just skip it. Welcome to Make It Take It. I'm DC. Another night at the MAC tournament last night. I went 2-0. I had both game unders, and they were both tough games. They went at it, even though the scoreboard didn't say it as much because both teams broke away at the end. They were rough. The officials let them go, and they put it all out there. Great to watch. I had a loss with Chattanooga, 2-1 officially for yesterday. This is what we live for this time of year. Conference tournament. The big conferences are winding down, so they're jockeying for position into their tournaments. Drake had a huge win yesterday against Belmont. Drake's one of those teams. They catch fire this time of year, and they could do some damage. Florida Gulf Coast, too. They both play today. I'm going to keep my eye on those. Miami, Ohio won. So 31-0 for Miami, Ohio. Go for them. Back to AC tonight. Going to the MAC tournament for a third night. We have Quinnipiac, Marist. And this is about the most evenly matched game that I can look at. Like, everywhere. Even their overall ranking, their overall scoring. They're so even, I can't call this game. And the second game is Siena, Mount St. Mary's. Another pretty evenly matched one. I can't call it. It seems like the odds makers have caught up with the totals, and they started lining them now. They're both 130, 131 around there. That's more accurate for this court, as I've been saying all along. Rims are tight, depth perception. It's a tough place to score at. So unless you have an inside game, those outside, they're not going. Couple big line games, Utah at Baylor. I think this is a beatdown special for today. Baylor's had a disappointing season, 15-15. So is Utah, 10-20. They're both way down this year, but I think Baylor is going to take their season out on Utah at home tonight. Utah's slow, and Baylor's going to outpace them. I'll gladly lay that 12. Big Sky's going tonight. They're starting my boys, Idaho State. Hopefully they can do some damage because I picked them in the beginning of the year to win the Big Sky. Had a little bit of a letdown season. They're a favorite tonight. But quick word about the Big Sky. They used to start the Big Sky tournament at 10 o'clock Eastern time in the morning. They had morning games. And I always looked at that and said, these games are in Idaho. So they're starting at 7 o'clock a.m. on Idaho time. I guess they had to go by their overall, wherever they could fit them in, or however they did it. But I always went under on those games. It's 7 a.m., college kids playing a game, and they always went under. They stopped scheduling it that way. They do it more appropriately for a West Coast schedule now. But I'd like to see Idaho State win. Some of the smaller conferences, we see some teams who have had very good seasons, and they're very motivated this time of year, of course, because it's conference tournament. So I'm going to take alternative parlay. When I take alternative parlays, I try to get as close to even money as possible, if not plus money. So these are two teams that I feel should win tonight and continue in the conference tournament, but they're not trying to win by 7.5, 8.5. First is LIU, Long Island. I'm going to take their line down to 1.5. And I'm going to combine it with Winthrop, Moneyline. I got those two together at -115. I think they're two great examples of teams who should continue into their tournaments, but aren't necessarily, they're trying to win by 8.5, but take those 8.5 points away. So that's my tournament parlay of the day. And then out west, just like the Baylor game, another beatdown special. I think Grand Canyon's taking it out on Fresno tonight. Fresno's had a down season. I think they're trying to get their season over with, honestly. 13-17, 2-8 on the road. Grand Canyon's going for their 20th win, and they want to end on a good note going into conference tournament time. Taking Grand Canyon. I'm laying that big 12. So I laid 12 with Grand Canyon and Baylor. Took LIU and Winthrop together. I considered Atlantic 10. Taking St. Bonaventure's over Dayton, but that's another coin toss type of game on paper and everything. I don't know what's going to happen there. But like the video, let's get it going today. Big slate Saturday. There's so much to choose from. So if you're hung up on a game, just skip it and look for another game to bet. If you're hung up on putting that leg in, move on. Thank you for watching. Good luck today.